Last time, a short but profitable episode saw to everyone coming together towards the end of the dungeon, and finally meeting the mistress of the dungeon, the Woman of Shadow, a woman who has an air of oddity behind her, challenged them to a game of life. They all paid in dividends, increasing a dark pot. At the end, Lux chose to pay the entire cost, and the skeleton key was gained. Many a near death avoided, and a way home found. Johnny stayed behind to play another game of skill, barely managing to win in a simple game of rock, paper, scissors.
It was highs and lows.
I know it was.
Rock, paper, scissors?
No, it wasn't rock, paper, scissors. It was highs and lows.
Oh.
The joke was going to be if he actually challenged for anything super valuable, it was just going to be rock, paper, scissors, but what he ended up choosing wasn't really. It was highs and lows, and...
I chose information and how to get home.
Yep. And, so, Johnny won his passage home yet again. Johnny, you find yourself just standing outside of Nyx, having just returned back. You're still in the Wildlands, about a mile outside of town. What do you do?
Got back to Nyx. I had gotten back to Nyx, and there was a festival going on.
Well, we hadn't done that on screen yet. I was gonna have you act.
Oh, okay. Well,
Thanks for
well then
spoiling.
I'd head back to Nyx.
Thanks for spoiling.
Oh God, I didn't know that wasn't on stream.
Go ahead.
My bad. I'll head back to Nyx.
Okay. Where do you make a grandiose entrance, or do you just kind of saunter your way in?
Oh, he has something very valuable on him. He is keeping quiet.
So, you make your way in. The brick of platinum secured in your pocket as you continue to move. You head towards the main gates of the rampart wall separating the outer perimeter from the inner part of the city. There are no guards around. And as you walk, you look ahead of you, up the path towards the gate, and there, leaning against the wall, you see a figure. To you, not familiar, but to some, maybe. You see a figure wreathed in an ethereal kind of glow, a dim orange light shrouded in a darkness. Eyes whited out, very visible still through the goggles of his helmet. You see the old military uniform now with a few more details and extensions, the gun still on his back, boots still prim and proper. Johnny, you pass a spectral of a soldier wearing a helmet.
Like, I can tell this is spectral.
It's not worldly, for sure. It doesn't look human.
I honestly will, try to avoid it. My goal is to get back to Sidri.
You kind of take a wider gate around into the entrance, avoiding putting as much distance as you can as you walk past. And as you step through, this soldier stands up off the wall, takes a salute, standing proudly for just a second, before pulling out a silver cup and walking away out into the wilderness. Do you do anything?
Whatever that was.
The differences between player reactions and fucking out of player reaction. Out of game
Whatever
reactions.
that was. I need to find Sidri.
That uniform was tacky. Yeah, so you head back to the hole in the wall. So, as you pass through the streets, you smell the abundance of delicious fried foods. The noise and the laughter rings out all around as the music plays in the background. The sound of carnival games, children singing and laughing, all kinds of amazing bustles and tussles of a festival going on. As you walk through the streets, the multicolored lights, the big top extravaganzas off in the distance, you keep moving, and you make it back to the hole in the wall. You're the first home, it seems.
Bessie!
She kind of peeks out from behind the bar. Yeah, sugar.
There's, ghost soldiers outside, apparently, but I saw some armored man walking through the streets, seeming spectral.
You don't need to pay.
You might want
You don't need to pay
to
him.
have an eye on that.
You don't need to pay him no mind. He's already on his way. He was just coming to collect something that was his.
Well, is Sidrian?
Yeah, he's a bit drunk. How can we help?
I've gained something and I need his insight.
Alright. Well, he's in his office. You might wait until tomorrow, though.
No, I'll just get on his level. What's behind the bar?
A little bit of everything.
Can you make a gin and tonic?
I can make you something stronger. Ship.
Sure. I was gonna ask for a martini, but I don't want to make you have to shake something for, like, 10 minutes.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that anyway. She walks over and grabs a couple of things, ignoring your order completely. You can tell she's also been drinking a bit. It also looks like maybe she's been crying a bit. She pours several things into the glass. You smell a mix of oranges, pineapple, a little bit of coconut. You see the drink.
A pina colada.
She's building. It's a nice blue color. She takes a small crystal out from a box and whispers something, and a small puff of ice caps the top of it. And she walks over and sets it in front of you and lays a small stick on top. You just break the ice and enjoy.
I love breaking the ice. He'll take the drink, and he'll kind of look over to you, and I'm gonna use something I just got with my level up.
Uh-huh.
In her head, she'll hear Johnny's voice. Is something on your mind, dear?
Nothing to worry about.
Well, if you need a friend, then I'm always available. I promise I won't give you the
Cheesecake.
cold shoulder. Huh?
Oh, Cherry popped over in here talking about cheesecake. What are you on about, beautiful? You get yourself some cheesecake? That's what's on my mind. Fair. Cheesecake does sound really good. How you holding up, beautiful? What's your favorite kind of cheesecake now that I'm thinking about it? You like the Oreo kind? You want strawberries? You want cherries up on there? We even heard pineapple cheesecake is a thing.
Cherry's the classic.
Cherry's like, yeah, the classic. Then there's the New York strawberry style cheesecake.
At the Renfest here, they have it's cheesecake on a stick, but it's frozen and dipped in chocolate.
Fair.
That shit's like
Okay,
the
just
best.
8 to 75% better. How was your steak? Regular strawberry cheesecake or chocolate? Yeah, chocolate's a pretty good go-to. Strawberry is a lot more refreshing for sure. Okay, good to know. I'm glad you're feeling better. I never saw it. Oh. Oh. We're just running D&D for the time being, and then I'll be back to bugging you on Discord. Alrighty. So.
He'll nod to Bessie to she doesn't want to talk about anything. And take
I
my
wanna
drink
talk
to
about it.
Sidri.
So you go and do the polite knock, and you open Sidri's office door. The large gilded wooden doors swinging rather quietly open. Contrary to what you were expecting the last time you were warned he was drunk, you see a sight that you weren't particularly expecting. You see Sidri at his desk, clearly intoxicated but not happy looking. And sitting across from him, you see a man familiar to you based on descriptions. He looks taller, muscular, pulled back short hair, thick mustache, kind of a sharper face, wearing a black cloak over what looks like workman's uniform, a tool belt around his hip. "Johnny," says Sidri, "how can I help you?"
A private conversation would be lovely, but unless we're in trusted ears.
The man looks up at you. "You talk about a private conversation, and you're the one barging in here and interrupting one to begin with.
I knocked.
Oh.
You knocked, but you still entered without us waiting, or without waiting for a response.
Uh-oh.
True.
So how about you wait your turn?"
And who might you be?
"Mercurius, just here to collect some severance."
If it's well, I'll just wait, I guess.
"Outside, then."
You don't have to be rude about it.
"I don't care."
We'll step out.
Through the door, you don't hear fully what they're saying right away. You hear what does sound like muffled arguing. About this point in time, are all of my other players back?
Yep,
I'm
just
here.
reading.
Everyone appears from the teleportation sigil in the middle of the festival square. There's a large festival erupting around us, noise and cheer and celebration, as suddenly our arrival is met with a crowd of people surrounding us and cheering for the heroes.
What's going on?
The entire crowd is hailing you, cheering everyone's names: Amelia, Strongjaw, Lux, Ascher. Your names ring through the streets. There are praises all around you. Thanks of saving the day, making sure the city stood in time of crisis. So many people, it's almost overwhelming to just suddenly reappear into. After a short while and a lot of talking, we are able to pull our way away from the festival grounds. So apparently we're celebrities now.
Oh.
This is going to make staying in hiding a lot harder.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
I'm gonna blame my brother. It was that damn heroic speech of his before we fought the zombies.
Most of was.
Other than that, can we go enjoy the festival?
I mean, I don't see why not. There shouldn't be too much going on back home. We just got back and no one's really expecting us here. It seems like... Lutz pulls out something from his pocket and just starts kind of chuckling. It's been 1 year since we all started traveling together as of this evening.
Huh.
Oh.
It's the Starground Festival. The one that was happening when we met.
Well, in that case, we are going to celebrate. I'm going to find cake.
So Amelia goes on the prowl for food, immediately followed and swarmed by a crowd of idealizing young women who are fawning all over you. A good crowd of young bachelors who are, in no lie, swooning over a potential hero. So on and so forth. The typical celebrity fare. Lux kind of just goes, if we want to celebrate, I would be glad to have a drink privately back home. I'm not going out there.
I need to check on my dog.
So back home then. What about you, Asher?
I'm going back to the hole in the wall.
Well, let's go then.
Enjoy your cake, Amelia.
She's gone. You cannot see her. She cannot hear you anymore. Amelia, you not only get cake, but people just keep buying you random things, food, toys, prizes. You're basically just being treated like a pop star. As you wander through the festival, just enjoying your time, you stumble across a familiar face, a very large, imposing man with gray skin, with 2 horns coming out of one side of his head, wearing a nice, tight, blue-style business suit. He turns around and just says, "Ah! One of the potential champions and the hero of Nyx herself. How's it going?" And he shakes your hand in a very political fashion. As you see several nobles whispering off in the distance, watching everything you're doing with him. You recognize this man to be Ragnar, the mayor of the people here in Nyx.
Hello.
Smile and wave. It's election season.
Totally smiling and waving. Totally smiling and waving.
Girls, come here.
Amelia for governor. No, I was kidding.
Immediately
Oh,
have to do a
God.
strength check to avoid body slam. So, Amelia, you've been pulled into what is essentially a press conference. You are now presented a place to sit as you watch him field questions. It does give you the impression that if you just up and left, it would probably not be a good thing.
Okay, so I'm just gonna sit here.
So you've got your cake and a couple of prizes sitting next to you, and you're just like, oh, okay. Just eating cake, sitting there awkwardly.
I am 100% enjoying this cake. What kind of cake is it?
Cheryl said cheesecake, so it's cheesecake.
Girls, come here.
Cheesecake, strawberry cheesecake?
Sure, she said strawberry or chocolate, so whichever.
Strawberry with whipped cream on top.
Whipped cream on
Alright.
cheesecake? Oh my god, isn't it sweet enough already?
Hey, it's the festival.
Girl, roll for diabetes.
Well, I don't eat it like that. I'm just saying. It's
kidding, I'm
Amelia.
kidding.
For the teeth missing.
Roll for
Yes.
diabetes.
So
Fail. I guess I have it now.
you hear him take some questions. A couple of interesting things like what are the current plans to rebuild in light of another war potentially breaking out right after Crisis? And he goes on to explain that there are measures in place that we will lean on allies that we have aided in the past, that political walls will not be thrown up as before, and that recent events have shown the people that maybe the royal family does not need to be the one calling every shot when it comes to foreign affairs. This is the first time you've ever heard the political side of the city start to oppose the royals. The next question, what are the potentials of a civil war breaking out in the capital because of the territories that are turning against the crown? He says, I won't lie, they're not small. We're doing our best to stifle any conflict before it ever reaches the walls of the city.
That one's verbal. You don't want to.
Everything okay is? The bark bark.
I hear bark, bark, yum, bark, yeah.
Got a doggy treat in it. The dog was joy. Make sure to wash flowers. Take put them in the tree.
Just one sec here.
Oh, you're beautiful.
All good?
Huh? Just adjusting something.
Lucy and
Oh,
Lucy, Cora, and the other one.
so that's where he went.
What?
Oh, nothing.
I mean, that pretty much tells me what you're talking about. So, yeah. You hear him address the crowd again, kind of talking about how the people are looking at the royal family a bit differently in light of them turning away ally and help, as well as aid and supplies. That anonymous benefactors and nobles of the city are the ones that picked up the slack in the time that the royals did not act, as well as potential heroes picked by the people stood in place of the royal army under crisis and siege. Several more questions are posed. When could we expect a potential conflict? In the coming months? How many territories are potentially turning? 12. What have the royals posed that we do in this time? They have not acted. The conference comes to an end with a bit of an uncertain air over the entire grounds. People are having fun, but it's a bit less lively. There is definitely an air of concern and worry. So, we go back over to the other crew. That would be Ascher, Lux, and Strongjaw as they arrive back to the hole in the wall. You find a very quiet, almost somber scene. No music being played, no drinks being served. The bar is empty. Bessie kind of leans against the wall. She greets you with her normal smile, but it's not all quite there. Good to see y'all made it back safe and sound. Johnny beat you here by a few minutes. I think he went to see Sidri. How y'all holding up?
Sorry about that.
It's all good.
Okay.
So, yep. Bessie addresses all of you with that kind of sadness in her. She just has that bit of a broken smile. Like, you can tell it's not as genuine as she normally is.
You just turn around and be like, right, cut the customer service. You could feel sad.
I'm okay. Right now, it's just been a long night, and I want to make sure everyone gets home safe before I go and turn in.
Anything y'all want to share, or is it private?
I would go see Sidri.
He's got my dog anyways, so yeah.
How's my mic quality?
It's good.
Not too bad.
Okay. I put on my headphones.
Gotcha. So, what does everyone want to do? Lux is going to stay at the bar with Rena.
I guess I'll find my way to Sidri.
Asher, what do you want to do?
Oh, well, yeah, I don't have any of those actual, like, books on artificer stuff. That was all in the, castle. So, I guess I'd find my way to Sidri.
Asher, Strongjaw, as you approach Sidri's door near the end of the hallway, hanging the left from the bar and moving down the long, seemingly never-ending hallway, you finally reach where you're within eyeshot of the door. You see Johnny off to the side, kind of leaning against the wall, looking rather annoyed.
Oh, I'm not annoyed. I'm just
What the?
perturbed by what I saw in there.
It's the same thing.
I appreciate you, man. I hope you're doing well.
Okay. So what do you guys do?
Strongjaw, I think there's a private conversation going on in there.
Asher's with him.
You
as
might
well.
want to wait for a second.
How long have you been here?
A few minutes. They're arguing in there. I can't tell what they're saying, but they're arguing in there.
You do hear some rather raised voices suddenly go hushed from the other side of the door.
We're not about to have to kick this door down, are we?
No, it's someone I believe all of you know. I've heard word of this person.
Suddenly, the door swings open. Strongjaw.
Oh.
Asher. You see the familiar form and face of Mercurius, though now a heavy scar over his right eye that was not there before. The Looks like you champions are still alive then.
With the somber tone around here, it sounds like someone didn't survive. Could you let us in on the information?
What happens around here isn't my damn business. Stop asking.
I guess we'll leave it at that then. My bad.
Care
Anyone
to
else?
explain where you've been?
Not really. Care to explain why it bothers you that I was gone?
I mean, we have been worried about you.
I'm sure.
Mercurius is, what's his name's husband, isn't he? The one that disappeared,
Yeah. Yes, so Mercurius was Eelton's husband.
Eelton's husband.
Yep. Look, I'm just here to drop something off and collect a little pension. I'm guessing one of you idiots was the one that broke the magical lock on my office.
That... Was that Asher?
It was.
I don't think so. Was it?
Yes, it was you.
Yeah, it was, because you went and got, you saw, Emrick's gun in there.
You went
Yeah,
looking for him.
Well, yeah, but if I remember correctly, the lock was broken before I got there.
Do you say this in character?
No. What?
Okay,
I'm just thinking out loud.
I'm asking, does anyone say any of that in character?
I was speaking above character.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was information Johnny doesn't know.
So what does anyone say to him in response then?
Have you bothered to visit Eelton?
Eelton's dead.
He is what?
Stupid idiot came
That
looking for me.
explains it.
Dumbass came looking for me. Got himself killed in the process.
Son of a bitch.
Got any more questions no one wants to answer?
You know, I don't like how you're going about this. Even though no one wants to answer, these are questions that people need to know.
Then ask someone who gives a damn. I've got more important things to do. Now, if you want to be heroes or done, move.
Ow.
He walks off down the hall and looks back over his shoulder. Maybe if you'd got off your asses and saved everyone, Eelton would be alive. He spits on the ground and walks.
You've been off our asses this entire time.
Has he always been a terrible person, or is that new?
Oh, that's definitely out of character.
I'm saddened to hear that Eelton's no longer with us. If there's a way I can fix that, I will find a way.
I had intended to keep that exact thing from happening.
You hear commotion from the next room, the bar area. You hear Rena's voice call my name and say, "Don't." There's no other noise that's happening right now, otherwise.
What is he getting up to?
He'll look, Johnny will
Fanboy,
look at
thank you
Strong
for the
Jaw.
follow.
Is it my place to
I hope you are
investigate
enjoying your
or
time and the campaign thus far.
should I stay out of it?
I mean, if you don't want to piss anyone else off, I'd probably keep to ourselves. At least for
You-
right now.
You have a good head on your shoulders. I'll trust your judgment.
No one moves.
I guess it's my turn to talk to Sidri.
Okay. So everyone can
Going to
head
be
in.
rough after that.
So you open the door to Sidri's office, and what is Strongjaw? What does Asher do?
Asher would walk over to the fucking bar area to check out the commotion.
You walk around the corner, and you see Mercurius and Lux standing face to face, very intensely. Lux has his hand on his gun. Mercurius has his hand on his hammer. And both of them are
Lux?
just kind of staring at each other.
Oh boy.
What the fuck are you about to do?
Do you say this in character?
Yes.
So
Say what-
you went too, so I'm just with Sidri.
Yeah. Lux will just say, "Tell them what you just told me, asshole."
Sorry, I kind of missed. I kind of forgot to say, but I did kind of like gesture to Sidri that like I'm just like I do need to come back, but I ran
That's
back.
fine. That's fine. Mercurius kind of looks over. I told them because of all of you, Eelton died for nothing. So stay away from me.
You know, you can be angry about Ilton dying, but it's not on any of us. We've had our hands full this entire time.
Have you?
Not like you've exactly paid attention to anything we've attempted to say, but I actually intended to keep him from doing exactly what he had done. But you're too angry to really think that through, now are you?
I wasn't going to put it that way, but
You know, how about I go kill the woman you love in front of you? Let's see what reaction.
Not
it
before I
gets.
slit your throat.
You wouldn't get the chance. Tell them the other thing. He holds up his right hand, and in place of where his wedding ring once was, there's a ring of intricate red ruby-like design, cut square much like an emerald is a very jagged, odd-shaped ruby that
What
has the
the-
eye of a demon in it.
what the hell happened to him?
Well, your long wait for your fire champion's over. I'm the only one of you idiots that's actually done his job. So before you continue running your mouth, it took me so much less time to do what you've been supposed to do from the beginning.
Alright.
So that's where you disappeared to. We couldn't find you because you were in the elemental plane of fire.
Oh.
any of you actually going to act on these little threats? Because if
Try
not,
me.
what?
One step is all it takes.
Ooh.
Are you gonna stand in my way?
Not if you behave yourself.
Shut up, back up, and keep quiet like a good boy, and I will. Lux backs up and just says casually, if I was the only one in this room right now, I would drop you. Mercurius turns and leaves. Lux just throws money down on the counter, walks past the bar, grabs the most expensive bottle of whiskey off the top shelf, and doesn't stop walking towards his room.
Hmm. That didn't go exactly how I was planning, but I guess we're here.
Bessie looks at you, Asher. We really gotta teach you how to de-escalate conflict. Johnny, you walk into Sidri's office and shut the door. Drowning out the chaos of the outside world is the soft, jazz-like music that emits from the record player you're familiar with when you come to this office. He himself is sitting, enjoying a nice drink, looking tired. I see everyone made it back okay. Everyone is alive, right?
Everyone made it back fine. I guess there's other things that happened while we were gone. I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you. Funeral arrangements will be planned for the morning. We would appreciate it if you would come. If you wouldn't mind, would you play?
I will be there. I honestly enjoyed the man of the hour.
I'm sure he'd be honored to have you play as we lowered him in.
I came to you to speak business, but if it's not the time, it's not the time.
I don't really know what you could need my help with, but
Good
go
luck.
on.
What was that? You kind of cut out, sorry.
I have no clue what you could need my help with, but go on.
I have acquired things. As you know, I've spoken to you before. I'm on my process to become a dragon.
Yes.
And I've acquired my horde.
Hey,
If you-
Cookie, thank you for the 13-month resub.
Cooks. Love you, sis. If you have actually managed to acquire it, I'll give you the information I'd promised you then. Go see the Candyman. Bring all this up to him.
Will my items be safe here if I left it here? I don't
We're good, Liz.
like carrying big
No one
bucks on my person.
No one can get into your room that isn't permitted by you.
What are you still doing up? It's almost 2 a.m. over there.
We know better than to ask questions of Cookie and why she's awake.
I'm sorry about the Mercurius situation.
Thought I unpinned this.
That was
Go ahead.
he said he was sorry for the Mercurius situation. That was uncalled for.
It's okay. He's mad. It was going to be hostile no matter what. But 'tis the nature of a fire champion, I suppose.
Almost 1 a.m. Oh.
But wait,
Which is
did he
odd because I
become
thought I've
the-
spoken to a fire champion recently.
Lux's brother.
I guess that wasn't it.
He was. He lost his connection to the flame god Ragna, but was claimed by the sound god Solomon.
Interesting. Well, if you want, I could stick around and, drink with you, or if you need someone to talk to. It seems like everybody, except for the people outside, are quite somber.
Actually, Johnny, if I could ask you to do me one favor. Take the others out to the festival. Go enjoy your night.
Can and will do.
He kind of just silently raises his glass to you and tips it back, draining it in one go.
Until we meet again, Sidri. Until we meet again. And he'll step out the door.
There's a very, very heavy atmosphere around everyone right now, I would imagine.
I guess I'll step into the bar since I'm out of Sidri's.
You see Bessie cleaning up for the night. You see Asher, you see Strongjaw kind of just standing there. Strongjaw a bit dumbfounded by what's just happened. Asher heated, for sure. Rena actually walks past you and just kind of gently puts her hand on your arm. Stay safe tonight. And she walks around the corner and heads.
I plan on
home.
it.
Yeah.
So she.
Strongo doesn't have very high intelligence, so it takes me a while to process this.
Strongjaw's just
Kind of
standing there like.
just like stroking my beard, just like, okay. Yeah.
The singular rusted cog is sitting there trying its best.
I just imagine he looks up at Johnny and goes,
Wait,
should I be
what?
mad or should I cry?
Wait, what? What's going on?
Oh, they're both just kind of reeling from what just happened.
Oh, okay.
But Johnny doesn't know what happened in this room.
Yes, I know. Everyone, I've been told we should take the night to ourselves. It's a somber evening here. And that's not a good
It's not a good look.
hero's welcome.
You don't have to tell me twice. And
I do
Asher
have
will
to
just
stop in
walk
my room and
outside.
place something away, but
Okay, and
I will be
Asher,
back.
What will you do?
Asher will just walk outside after making that comment.
What
and I'll
does...
stop and place my
Yeah.
items into my room.
That's absolutely fine, Pig.
Help supplies.
Asher, since you're the first one out, what do you go and do?
Just wait outside for the rest.
Strongjaw, what do you decide to do?
I'll poke my head back into Cedric's room and just go like, "Hey, sorry, where's Buddy?"
He comes sprinting out from under the desk the second you poke your head in and just sits looking up at you. You're alive. You're alive. Where's my souvenir? Like the tail just wagging. You notice a difference in him, though. There's something unique about him now. There's striping that wasn't there before down his fur. And there seems to be some kind of small mask hanging from his neck.
What's the mask look like?
It looks like a dog.
Oh,
I'll send you the whole breakdown of it later on, because you won't really need to use it right now. But Sidri,
did Cedric have a part in this?
yeah, well, he's been hanging out with Sidri in Sidri's domain. You know, that'll have an adverse effect on certain magical creatures, and he wasn't magical to begin with, but now he definitely is. Your dog has evolved into what is referred to as a Xinhua spirit.
Yeah.
More Chinghuas.
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody needs one of those.
Wait,
It's just kind of what
Wait.
can happen with animals. If they don't become familiars, this is typically what will happen when they're bathed in energy or exposed to magic.
wait, so I'm confused. Does fucking Strongjaw have a humanoid dog companion?
It's not a humanoid. Nope. It's just, it looks like Buddy. He's a little bit thinner, a little bit more muscular. And he can fly now, which he then proceeds to start floating as you walk, and he kind of follows you. He can fly.
Yes.
It's a thing. This was supposed to be my dog.
I'll look up at Cedric and go, "I don't know what you did, but thank you for keeping him safe."
I fed him special kibble.
I'm sure he loved it.
He adored it.
Is it gonna put a dent in my savings now? God, does he have a preference? Oh, what have you done? Oh.
He does now drink a bottle of wine at bed.
God's sake.
You're
Turn to
expecting
Buddy and I'm like, my sophisticated little boy.
You just pour a bottle of wine in a dog bowl.
Yeah.
Or is he just capable enough to pop the cork and then drink it on the ground?
He's still a dog.
I have like 2 of those, you know, those like bowls in One Piece that they always share the sake in?
Mm-hmm.
The flat ones, yeah, I've just got 2 of them for me and the dog.
God. So, you and Buddy head out. What do you want to do for the rest of the evening, Strongjaw?
Asher said that he was waiting outside, so I'm gonna meet up with him and go to the festival or wherever.
Johnny, what do? You go and meet the others?
As I walk out, I ask Bessie, mind if I steal a cup for each and every one of us? And a good bottle of elderberry mead if you have.
She hands you everything and just says, "On the house.
Thank you.
Stay safe."
I didn't want anything too strong. You know, keep the revelry light.
Be safe.
And as he'll head out and meet up with the others and hand each of everybody who's going a cup. I've got a bottle to split, everybody.
Don't be surprised if I top us off.
At this point in time, Amelia,
Yes.
you're still wandering around the fairgrounds after this whole press conference has ended. As you're moving around, shuffling through the crowds of people, enjoying the prizes and the food, the festivities and the games, you suddenly start to get this sense that you're being watched. You're in the middle area of town, just outside of the big top, where there's two very large blue tents set up. You remember this last year to be where the stage shows were being performed during the festival. Otherwise, to the north, there is the fighting area. There's a small, little makeshift arena where mock combat can be played again over and over, you know, do little carnival game, kind of midway type thing. Wrestle someone, get a prize, test your strength, archery, all that. You know, typical carnival style games in the medieval time.
Okay. I'll do archery.
So you approach and they kind of say, you need to go and procure a ticket.
Okay, I'll go find a ticket master.
You find someone official who's kind of looking through stacks of paper. If you're looking for a ticket to play games that are only handed out to the nobility, are you a noble?
I am not. I'm sorry.
I do apologize. Please enjoy the carnival.
You too.
Do we see this at all? Have we gotten to Amelia?
Let's just say for continuity's sake, yes.
As I walk up, or as we walk up, do I hear that? Only nobility?
Yes.
Oh, don't be such a, downer, scroll of pedigree.
What house do you belong to?
Doesn't it say on the note?
I can't read Draconic.
Lovely.
Okay, so defend Amelia and out your real name, or...
Well, if you can't read Draconic, you must know of House Snow.
Can't say that I've heard of a House Snow here in the city.
Well, this one's not from the city, but I assure you I am noble.
Eh, you noble you might be somewhere else, but here you're just a commoner.
Well, I guess you're right.
As this
It's
is
okay.
as this is happening, you hear behind you a ticket for each of them. The mayor says so. And Ragnar will step forward and kind of just say, give them the tickets. They're honorary nobles of the city tonight. These are the heroes.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you for all you've done for the city. Please continue to be the same that you've always been. Loyal to the people. So everyone gets a ticket good for one game of their choice. Ray,
Mine's are-
how's it going?
Well, I'm doing archery, so.
Amelia, you head to the archery board.
Damn,
Seems there's a couple of stations. Each one has one prize over it. The first one you see as you approach, there is on display a small pouch. You can assume money or something inside. On display for the second, there seems to be some kind of ring. And for the third and most intricate looking, you see a set of red gems on display in an ornate style box. There's 3 of them.
Okay.
Which one would you like to shoot for? Your ticket is only good for one chance.
I'm gonna go for the pouch.
Okay, so you step forward. Go ahead and make me an attack roll. So you're going to roll your d20, you're going to add your proficiency, and then +2 for the bow you have equipped.
Nice. No. Come on, Sparky. Forgot my dice was over on the table. Give me my dice. Thank you. Do. You said attack roll?
So yes, you're going to roll your d20, add your proficiency, and +2 for your bow.
Okay. Momentarily. Okay, 14 that I rolled with proficiency. No, I had to add proficiency, I mean.
Oh, wait. Am I stupid?
Proficiency would be a +4, so that's
Damn
a
it.
17. And what am I adding? Attack? +2?
Yeah, you add +2 because of the bow you're using.
Okay, it would be a 19.
So yes,
Soft.
you managed to curve the arrow around 2 walls and hit the target dead in the center at the back. And, the man running the booth, very well done, hands you the pouch and ushers you on your way. You open the pouch, and inside is a oval-shaped blue stone with the sigil carved into it. You can go ahead and add elemental stone of water to your
Inventory?
Yep.
Okay, I will add that. Might show this to Lux.
So, Asher, what will you do? Strongjaw, what will you do? Johnny, what will you do?
Is there a strength-based game?
There's a test of strength.
Yes.
So it seems to be a competition-based thing. You approach, and there seems to be 2 boulders with rope harnesses tied to each of them. One large Goliath man already harnessed into one of them, the other one open. As the announcer of the game, a short man with kind of a red curly beard. Come on, step right up, ladies and gentlemen, it's right here, the test of strength, the Adonis of them all, the manliest man to rule the competition. Please step on up, the prize, this amazing shined crescent moon hammer. And on display is a very nice Gothic-style square head hammer with a crescent moon carved into it.
Yeah, you can see the strong jaws wanting this.
Entrance.
Big gaudy, don't you guys think?
Entrance is just 1 ticket. 1 ticket.
Yeah, I'll give it a go.
So you approach, barely coming up to the Goliath's knee. He kind of just... This is the one I'm playing against? A hammer's as good as mine, mate.
I don't underestimate things that come in a small package.
Well, we'll have to see. This is how this is going to work. We're going to make strength checks of an increasing CR per turn until one of you fails. First CR is 14, starting easy. Go ahead and roll your d20. Goliath passes his. The boulders are hoisted, and with the device, the rope goes lax suddenly. Now the only thing holding the boulder up and keeping you from being yanked back is your own strength. As you stand firm. Go ahead.
I rolled 16 on my d20.
Okay. So on a CR or on a clear of 14, you got that one. It increases now. You must roll higher than 17. Please throw your d20 and add your strength bonus.
Fuck, I hit 15.
Okay. The Goliath seems to falter for just a moment as the boulder kind of pulls a little heavier suddenly, but in a momentary, re-footing, he manages to keep the grip firm, walking back into place. It will increase to a CR 20, or not CR, a fucking DC 20. I'll let you go ahead and roll before I do what I'm gonna have him do next.
I got 23.
Okay. Oh my god! He's fumbling here. So he's used all of his luckies. And he does not meet it.
Oh god.
So you watch as the Goliath is yanked backwards, the rope pulling hard against his chest, and he collides with the boulder. Oh, fucking damn it! What the hell are you made of?
Pure rage.
I'll drink to that. He tosses you a bottle and cheers you.
I always thought it was blood grit and...
Just catch it with one hand, crack it between your teeth, and just spit the thing out.
Just start chugging. Yeah, both of you. He just kind of breaks the neck of the bottle and pours the contents into his mouth. Like, completely unnecessary power moves that you're just doing to show off, clearly.
Oh, yeah.
He called me, well... Oh, fine. You can call me Jax. I don't usually give out my real name. I'm stopping by. This town's been pretty nice.
It's a nice little place to call home, I can tell you that.
I can see that. Issues with the royals aside, the people here might find those fucking snooty upper aristocrats in the castle ever get their heads out of their asses. I'll be right back around to sell my wares. So, if you ever need good leather, anything made that's, well, just about as durable as you, when it comes down to it, you come to me.
I kind of look at him and I'm like, the name's Strongjaw, and go for a handshake.
Jex, like I said, and he gives you the handshake back. You meet the grip, and experienced leather worker and traveler of the wandering herd of barbarians that's been, well, kind of legendary for going and slaying wayward monsters. All the folklore about big bad creatures wiping out towns. We're the ones that take care of all those. He kind of like very loudly boasts. Yeah, no, Strongjaw's just like you've met a friend, clearly.
I'm like, you're like my idol.
If you're ever looking for a good time, and you're out in the wilderness, and you hear the beat of the drums, and you see the Wild Fangs flag, come and celebrate with us. Give my name, you'll be welcomed like a fucking champion.
Sounds good.
Well, there's a lot more of the fair. You have fun with your hammer. He kind of pats you on the back, gets up, and heads off.
Is this hammer also too big for Strongjaw?
This one is also too big for Strongjaw until you attune to it.
Okay. It takes time to like
1 hour to attune, and you have 2 hammers that are presently too big for you.
because I do want to attune this one, but
You're gonna have to figure out which one you want more, though. That's the thing.
yeah, I want to attune to this one to figure out what it does.
Surprised you didn't want to attune to the black steel red ruby one that you got from the other guy.
I could have. I hadn't really thought about that one.
Fair enough. I mean, this conversation, it might just be time to find a shop and unload some of the shit you don't yet. How many weapons do you have that you're not using?
I plead the fifth? No.
Oi,
Honestly,
don't
I
touch
don't know if
those are
Strongjaw
my
can pick up what?
shinies.
It's my shinies. That made me feel good.
Strongjaw's room is just full of the weapons on racks that he's not using. I'll call that one Slashy.
Literally just weapon rack.
I'll use this one to kill a dragon, but, well, then I found a cooler one, so I stopped using this one.
It's kind of like Sam's basement. Just all the guns.
Killed
on
a
the walls.
dragon. I'm so scared.
Why do I just have a mental image of Strongjaw rushing at some big enemy and yeeting every weapon he has at them just because he has a fucking armory's worth in his backpack?
No, there's an idea.
I don't get it. We've been hiding for hours. He just keeps getting weapons. Where are they coming from? The artificer laughing his ass off after he cast return weapon on every single one of the barbarian's weapons. Barbarian, wait, if I throw it, it comes back? Yes. Cast it on this ball of iron. A literal conversation I've had with a barbarian who was in a party. It was just like, logistically, We could make a ball of iron that I could only throw, not actually wield because it was too heavy. And I kind of went, yeah, it would come back technically. And they kind of just went, oh my god, that's perfect. And this proceeded to start yeeting a, like, I think it was 8d8 damage ball of iron at people, only to have it return to his hand. We called it Doom Dodgeball, and it worked way too well until the DM got fed up with us.
And here I am thinking of nothing but Monkey D. Garb. Or, not Monkey D. Garb, I don't think.
That is actually, yes.
Okay, I got it right. Cool.
So, Asher, what do you do? Johnny, what do you do?
Asher would just look around at all the games.
From what hasn't been taken, it looks like there's a sparring arena. Standing in the center, it appears to be someone wearing a kind of ceremonial style fighter's garb, with the prayer beads around the neck, the kind of tied up ornate robes, the old style crest around the neck. He looks very monk-like, and you do see the sigil of one of the nearby temples. It seems they might be sponsoring this. Otherwise, there's a fishing minigame.
Of course.
Actually, you look over, and only because it's you see the woman running the game, and you look into her eyes and you realize it's the princess in disguise.
Fuck it. Let's go say hi to the princess.
So yep, she's just got a small group of people around a pond. She's sitting off, just watching, reading a book calmly. And she looks up at you. Gives a very nonchalant reaction. Unaware that you are fully aware of who she is, she kind of just, hello sir, would you like to play?
Oh, well, why not? Do you come around here often?
What, are you gonna reverse flirt with her?
Yes, he is.
God. Just as often as I like, about as often as anyone comes around the town square. She hands you a fishing pole and takes your ticket. She points to a nearby spot. Right over there, sir.
Alright.
So, do you do anything else or do you go fish?
Wow.
Inkling with the wait staff, Asher.
Oh, shut it, Johnny.
I thought you had a girl at home.
She is the girl at home.
You don't know that.
You don't know that. None of it. The only one who knows is
Yeah, the
Asher.
only one who knows is Asher.
What's that?
Is that a motorcycle? What is that?
I think it's whoever Izzy's talking to.
God.
Hey, I don't blame you, Asher. This one's pretty.
I've already got somebody to defend. Thank you.
So are you ready to
No,
play a
I'll be
game?
honest. She could probably defend herself just fine. Alright,
Go
time to
ahead.
fish.
Oh.
Sorry, give me
DM
one
nonchalantly pulling up fishing minigame.
sec. No. Hush.
Sam, throw d20s in order to get the highest number and catch the carp.
No, throw a D100.
Wait, for real?
Did I stutter?
Oh god, let's see. That
I mean, it might take him a couple days to get it, but yeah, you could.
It's just 2 D10s.
30.
So, out of the water, you fish what appears to be. What appears to be a hollowed out gourd painted like a skeleton's head, like a skull. It has a small hole in the top.
I suppose I'll attempt to open it and probably explode.
I mean, it's already open. It just has a hole cut in the top.
Oh, right.
Do you do anything?
I'll open it.
Okay. So you take a peek into it, and I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw, please.
How did I know? Does 19 keep me from getting hit by something?
You tied it. So you suddenly fall over as your muscles lock up as paralysis takes hold.
What?
Your vision blacks out, and you suddenly, for a few moments only, experience visions of dancing skeletons for about 3 minutes before suddenly coming back to consciousness with the princess frantically patting you on the face, just saying, "Wake up, Ascher, wake up. Are you okay?"
Wait, what? Dancing skeletons.
What? Dancing skeletons?
What in the hells was that?
Johnny's laughing at him.
What happened?
I suddenly froze, and then there was nothing, and then there was skeletons having a hoedown.
How much have you had to drink tonight?
Not that much, surprisingly.
Somehow I don't believe you.
Did someone spike my wine?
How does one
Not
spike
yet.
wine? It's already... Okay, anyway.
You put a different substance in it.
Hush, that's something we can't talk about. So... Yep, Asher, you recovered. she's tending to you. Still in disguise, but concern is beating out her care to remain hidden. Johnny, what do you do?
So can I tell she's the princess now?
No.
Okay.
You just think he's
Oh
getting...
no, I'm laughing at Asher.
Okay. Do you just stay here and laugh at him?
For right now, yeah. he's like hitting his knee, going like, "Oh, he said a hoedown."
He said hoedown. Oh, Johnny. The festival goes on. Eventually, the crowd starts to pull as you guys are having these moments in the Midway area. You watch the crowd gather around the big tops as a large, magical-based fireworks display begins to happen, courtesy of one of the larger guilds. They're shooting off spells of various colors and sizes. Colors bursting into the sky, erupting everywhere. There's this calm, this moment of elation. The cheers, the laughter. Amongst everything that's happened, and even with the weight of everything you're feeling on this night after finding out about Eelton, it's a much needed moment of mental rest, clarity, and something else in the air. Hope.
Johnny will hand his ticket to like nearby if there's just a random child.
You don't want to use your ticket?
Well, there's archery, there's fighting, there's
Test of
fishing.
strength, there's yeah, you could do the fishing game.
Test of strength. None of those are my...
Do the
I don't
fishing,
know.
Piggy. Do the fishing.
Or I could give this ticket to a small child and see what they get.
You'll inspire that kid to be the next Spider-Man.
Hell yeah.
You should do the fishing.
Okay, I'll do the fishing.
I feel like that's a slight hint towards us being able to get something.
Oh, I know you can get something.
I mean,
I
if you're
just-
just gonna give it away,
Johnny-
I'm just gonna give you... I mean, it's nothing major. Roll a D100.
I got paralysis and a really weird ass dream.
You got a magical item called the Gourd of Skeletons.
That's absolutely hilarious. I got 69.
That is pretty funny.
Is that gourd homebrew or not?
Johnny, you fish a wooden hand out.
Ooh.
And when you make
I wonder if this
contact-
makes me
Go
a
ahead.
vision of dancing skeleton. I wonder if this gives me a vision of dancing skeletons.
When you touch the magical hand, it suddenly springs forth, suddenly becoming a disembodied living hand that crawls up and sits on your shoulder, as if a pet. It has a strength of 3, can climb any surface, vertical or otherwise, intelligence of 6, can see even though it doesn't have eyes, cannot speak, and can perform one action per round.
So it's like a mage hand, but it crawls around.
It's Thing from the Addams Family.
Yeah, but it's like a mage. Like in game, it works like a mage hand, except for it crawls.
Yeah. So, the fireworks, the displays, the songs, the night is filled with merriment and memories made. Everyone has a grand time, wins some prizes, and eventually gets ready to head home.
I've got a question.
Go ahead.
Oh, while the thing is going on, there's a certain someone that had usually has booths at places. I gotta stop and get my free candy.
And as if on cue, near the market district towards the back of the carnival, you see the same elaborate top hat style booth of the Candyman. All of his wares on display, and one golden piece of candy sitting in a box. Sitting next to him, there's a large jar on the counter that just has a note that says, "Guess the amount to win the candy in the box."
Ooh, this is my kind of game.
So as you approach, the Candyman looks over at you. "Oh, hello, my friend. Everyone gets one free guess. Would you like to use yours?"
Yes, I would love to.
He hands you a piece
Come
of
on
paper.
over here.
He hands you a piece of paper and a pen.
Like, is there any rolls I could do, like perception, maybe insight? Can I insight the jar to see how many there's in?
There's a lot of them. Based on your passive perception, I will give you that you could assume it to be more than 500 based on volume.
What about investigation? Can I investigate it?
No. You get the feeling he will not let you study it.
He'll write down 600.
Okay.
You said there was more than 500.
Okay. He takes your guess. Now, my friend, would you like to buy anything?
What do you have?
On hand, the common mana and health, but at this point, I imagine your party is getting a little diluted to them. If you're looking for anything...
Actually,
Go ahead.
I've never even tasted one.
Well, it's a shame. One's melon flavored and the other tastes berries. They're delicious.
Oh, I bet they are. Special occasions for candies.
Fair enough.
But if you have any interesting ones...
I do, in fact. He pulls out one from his sleeve. It's a candy with an eye on it. This is an interesting one. It's a candy that allows you to find items of a certain value. Essentially, it will give you a more keen perception towards things that are magical in nature.
Radar.
500 gold.
500.
I'm giving you an item that allows you to pinpoint the most valuable thing in the room.
Would you trade me an item?
I haven't done a trade in a while. What do you have?
Luckstone?
Why would you part with something like that?
It only gives me... Oh, that only gives me, like, plus to my... Like, it gives me one more lucky, right?
Yes.
Well, I'm already a lucky man. I could
If you want to
lose
part with
one.
it, if you want to part with it, I'll take it. He takes the stone and puts the candy in your hand.
Maybe I could find something better.
I'll tell you. I'm glad you all made it back safe and sound. Having you around has been quite profitable.
And another thing, I will need to speak with you at some point, whenever you're free.
Speak, then, my friend, speak.
Well, do you have a back room to your booth?
He snaps
or
his
something
fingers.
private?
He snaps his fingers, and a bubble appears around both of you. The sounds of the fair are suddenly dampened, and you get the feeling that no one can hear you outside of this bubble. Will you speak, please?
I have come across a dragon's horde, and
He
I'm
puts his
trying
hand...
to get back to my heritage.
Hold on. You say the words dragon horde. He puts his hand over your mouth, and his demeanor completely shifts. What horde? He uncovers your mouth.
Well, I gained it through my travels recently.
These are items you found, or did you stumble across someone else's horde?
I gained it from Nyx.
The city?
No.
The goddess?
Yes.
Oh, well, in that case, never mind.
Why is there one that's missing?
Before I answer that, is there any reason you came to me in particular about this?
I spoke with Sidri about it, and he said you would have more information. I am trying to do my process of becoming a little closer to my ancestral origins.
So you're a newt.
As he says that, he smiles, and you can see dragon scales, like, shimmer on his skin.
Seems you're a newt, then. He kind of laughs. Sidri sent you to me because I am similar to you.
And how's that? Are you a dragon yourself, or something akin?
He makes eye contact with you. You feel yourself kind of detach mentally for a moment, as your vision is pulled into this kind of focus in his eye. And through the reflection of his eye, you see a great beast of amalgamated different types of masses of sugar and candy in the form of a very large dragonoid inside of a mountain somewhere. That would be my true form.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
I'm happy I finally get to reveal this.
That's awesome.
My horde comes from the wealth of
Yes,
the
sir.
people that buy my candy.
Was it Silvergleam that's my last name? Because I'm about to
That is correct.
speak with him. Well, my origins, you can keep you can keep things secret, can't you?
Of course, my friend. Look at what I've been hiding.
Lucian Silvergleam at your service.
That name is very gay. No, he doesn't say that.
It's very gay. I am son of Celeste.
Oh shit.
So you, the child of Celsius, and a dragon.
Or Celsius, that's what it is. Not
What a
Celeste.
romance that must have been. Well, it seems I was in better company than I thought. If you're wondering what to do with your hoard, you must gather the magic that will charge the wealth. It's a matter of finding a place to make your own, to spread your influence through that magic. The money itself...
I do have my own.
Go ahead.
I already do have my own a place for it.
Then you'll simply need to make a pilgrimage and take the items there. You'll also need a large source of magic, magical items, magic itself, some kind of conduit, something to charge the area, to revitalize a life, to channel your own essence through it and make it your own. That is where dragon hordes grow in their strength. That is why everything there becomes sacred.
Any leads on that?
Items of great magical value and power. There are many. You could make said items, you could find them, go on quests. I'm sure you've come across some items that you've decommissioned since. Adventurers come and go
Yes,
across
I
magic
do also
items.
have...
Go ahead.
The contents of my hoard is platinum and a dragon's claw.
The dragon's claw will definitely...
Would the
help.
dragon's claw work?
It will definitely start to generate its own presence, yes. As a focus, it will do, for sure. Leave it with your hoard for a month, and then come back and claim it and wear it around your neck. Take it with you as you travels, on your travels, and focus with it. Channel your magic through it and send it back to your hoard, and over time, you will start to feel that magic come back to you. The bigger your hoard, the more valuable your hoard, the more magic can come back. And over time, you will start to change. Though do be wary.
Good.
Greed is a disease that affects many dragons.
I also have a question on something else.
What is that?
I'm looking for an item that can bring someone back. I feel guilty about something, and I don't know, it's not even my place to be guilty, but I do. With my passive arcana, could I know that a unicorn horn brings someone back?
At this point in time, it's where you've been in life. No, unicorns wouldn't be in
Okay.
your knowledge because they're so rare and finite.
Yeah.
He would look at you. Outside of divine miracles, there are not many things that can truly resurrect someone who has crossed over. There are spells to bring someone back from the brink, or even moments away from permanent death. After they have started to make the journey to the other side, there are ways to pull them back, but anyone who's been long dead, you would need something powerful. Who is it you wish to bring back?
Understood. Well, I became quite good friends with the, Eelton. And I learned the hard way through Mercurius of what happened.
Mercurius came to see me as well. He's changed. Eelton's death seems to be weighing heaviest on him, though that's to be expected. After the funeral tomorrow, come see me at my shop. I'll have some things to talk to you about. Until then, get your crew home. The festival needs cleaning up, and most of us are still mentally preparing to say goodbye to a dear friend.
Yes. Well, until next time, I guess.
The rest of the fair goes by in a blur as the carnival ends and everyone kind of parts ways, heading off for the night. Does anyone else want to do anything?
Do I still feel like I'm being watched?
You do.
Oh, what kind of check could I do for that?
You can make a perception.
Do you let any of us know?
She
Sorry.
did not.
Oh, wait, what? I can do what?
You make a perception check.
I would like to do a perception check. Oh. Really? There we go. I couldn't get my phone to open back up. I got a 15.
Okay.
That is with my +6.
Okay. You look around, trying to locate this source, until your eyes fall on the figure of someone on one of the rooftops nearby. They realize that you're looking at them at this moment and take off across the rooftops, sprinting into the distance.
It took off from me.
Yet they went off the other direction.
Can I follow?
They are up on the roof. You are still on the ground.
I would like to chase after them.
How do you pursue?
What? No, I don't have my boots on. I don't think.
You could wild shape. You could just climb. What do you
Oh,
want to
good
do?
idea. I like to turn into an eagle.
Okay. So yeah, you shift into the form of an eagle and take off through the sky, and a short distance away from where he started running, you manage to catch and cut him off, shifting back, landing in front of this person. Now, you can definitely see male in figure. Looks like someone's finally actually starting to use her powers properly.
Where is she going?
Coda?
Why are you stopping me?
I thought that was you.
Why are you stopping me?
Because I've missed you.
I have things I need to take care of. Move.
Do you want my help?
No.
Are you gonna come back?
When you died, our contract was lifted. I was just coming back one last time to make sure you made it back here okay. I still work for Sidri. So you'll see me around.
Why don't you come with us? I'm sure Lux would love to see you.
You still haven't really grasped how things are going to go here, have you?
Not really.
It's like I told you before we got on that ship. Peace can only last for so long. And to get complacent with the idea of it will only lead to downfall.
Then let's work together.
Right now I need to do this on my own.
Very well.
He jumps from the roof and takes off.
I take off to the hole in the wall.
Okay. Do you do anything once you're back?
No.
Okay.
I just go to my room.
Okay. So Amelia will go rest at that point. Johnny, Asher, Strongjaw.
I will, escort everybody back if they're all ready to leave.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn in for the night.
Okay. So, Asher, do you want to do anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Everyone turns in.
I will return all the cups and stuff that I borrowed from Bessie.
So, the next morning, everyone wakes up to see that there's something hanging from your door. It's a package. Each one of them is the size of a outfit hanger, encased in cloth, with a note attached to each one. The note says the same thing. I made these in case of my death, because I don't trust any of you to show up looking better than I could make you look. Each of you are presented with custom funeral attire. Black suits for the men. Amelia, you're given a elegant Gothic style black dress. The funeral takes place just outside of Nyx, and a lot of people show up. Several of the nobles and diplomats from around the city. It even seems some of the staff from the castle showed up. The Candyman and the Spellweaver both in attendance. All of the members... Go ahead.
I was gonna say I will greet with whatever staff there is and ask for permission to play and say it was asked of me.
You would be allowed to the stage alongside Sidri.
All this. I would have no doubt you would do. I've
The
done that.
crowd around gathered is close friends. A lot of
have no
familiar
doubt.
faces of
No, I
people
haven't done
from the hole in the wall that you've come to know and love. All of them somber, and it's heart-wrenching, genuinely. Sidri steps up to speak. A lot of us don't really know much about one another when it comes down to it. The most painful thing about moments like this are they really do make you realize and remember why the people you treasure are so meaningful to you. Things you don't realize about people until they're gone. Things you never find yourself aware that you're going to miss. It always pains me to lose a friend. Even more to know that one died in pain and anguish. There are so many wrongs that are befalling this world, and we're heading towards very uncertain moments. As much as I want to give a eulogy of hope and love, Eilton would scold me and I'd be reminisced if I didn't take the time to say we need to prepare so that this doesn't happen again. The fights that will follow, the moments that will come will test us like never before. Every single one of us faces the aspect of death on a daily basis, but now it's here on our doorstep. It's taken one of our own. To fight it every single day is to only delay an inevitability. But it's an inevitability that many of us would gladly raise up arms against over and over. So even if it is just one more time, take your sword, your gun, your knife, whatever you use in hand, and get ready to fight. For Eilton, for everyone else we've lost along the way. And he will walk over at this point, and several of the members of the Hole in the Wall start to lower the coffin into the ground as Johnny begins to play his somber song.
It's on violin. I'm also proficient in that. And if I do a performance roll, could I do a performance roll?
I'm gonna just give you an automatic success in this situation. I feel like Johnny would probably be playing his heart out at this point.
Yeah, I was gonna waste luckies until I got nat 20.
I had a feeling. There's not a dry eye left. Everyone leaves somber, hurt, some ready to drink, some ready to just numb the pain in any way they can. Some are just angry. Lux sits up on the wall of the rampart that overlooks the lake, just kind of looking out. It's a very heavy day in Nyx. And there's an air of uncertainty. What does everyone do after the funeral?
I kind of turn into a bird again and just go sit on a tree ledge.
Everyone takes time for themselves and
I
eventually...
play.
Yeah, Johnny will continue to play. Everyone grieves in their own ways in these moments, and eventually, tired and beaten down, everyone makes their way back to the bar of the Hole in the Wall, where we all gather around. Sidri steps out. I have one last note left by Eilton. He opens it. Dear friends, colleagues, and fellow fighters of the Hole in the Wall, I'm probably leaving this letter knowing I won't be able to leave another. I found him. After months of searching, I found him. He's being pursued by something. I won't let it take him from me, no matter what. Forgive me if I do not make it back. Don't hold contempt in your heart for me, if my smiling face is not there to greet you on your return. I'm praying for all of your success in rejuvenating the world. Thank you for honoring such a unique diva as myself with the grace of your friendship. Fighting alongside each of you. Those days we all spent working together for a brighter tomorrow were the best I ever had. And they're the ones that I will treasure to my very last moment.
Bruh, I'd put on some like sad violin music, and the speech ended just at like the high point of that. I wish that was on stream.
I've also got very sad music playing right now.
I'll drink to that.
Yeah. Lux just starts grabbing bottles off the shelf from behind the bar and setting them out. And no one is stopping him.
Oh yeah, no, we're not gonna stop him.
The rest of the night is a blur of memories, fond well wishes to the afterlife.
Ooh.
Where is Lux at the moment?
At the bar, shit-faced.
Makes sense.
Johnny is surprisingly sober.
That's a bit to play so well.
Can I go have a chat with Johnny?
Yeah, if you want. Go ahead.
Okay. Hey, Johnny.
Amelia?
I saw Coda.
Coda. The, has Johnny ever seen Coda? I
have
think
not.
Coda left before he... I'm not sure who you're talking about, but I'm glad you found somebody.
Well, he left.
Oh. That's sad. Was this a friend?
Very dear friend. I wish there was a way I could get him to return to me, but when I died, our contract was up.
So this was a friend under contract.
Yeah.
Well, I would say, have you ever heard the old saying, you know, if you love something, let it go, and if it loves you back, it'll come back?
Well, I hope he comes back.
Maybe, what I'm trying to say here is, maybe don't worry about it so much. Are they well? Are they doing good?
He looked like he was doing good.
Then let it be. Maybe you can cross paths again sometime in the future.
Yeah. I hope you have a good rest of your time, whatever, after the funeral. I think I might go have a drink myself.
Yes, it's somber here. I don't like to drink when it's so... the mood is off.
Yeah, understandable. Still might get that drink, though.
Yes, go do that. Everybody handles things in their own way.
Cut to Lux genuinely slamming a bottle of wine.
And Strongjaw giving a bowl of wine to the dog.
Buddy is not leaving Strongjaw's side.
I will move to Lux.
What do you want, Frosty?
Well, I know it's not the time or place, but I do need to speak with you about, I might need to go on vacation for a minute, and I don't want to be leaving you all behind.
Where are you going?
Home for a visit. I'd actually like to bring you along, but I don't want to take away from the others here. If I would enjoy everybody to go, but
I would bring it up to them. They'd probably help you. Look, it's probably not the best time for you to go.
still have my time here. I need to talk to the Candyman again.
Johnny, I need you to do me a favor.
I've been doing favors recently, so I guess, what do you need?
Make sure they don't die while I'm gone.
Oh, so you're leaving. How is that fair?
I have to go. There's something I need to take care of.
Yes, there's plenty
If
that I need to take care of,
kill.
too.
What do you need to go home for?
Remember what I asked for on that god-forsaken island?
Yes.
Well, I have my needs.
You're
And
making a
business
run
to
to
deep-
drop things off?
Drop things off and prepare for things. There seems to be a war coming since everybody keeps talking about it, and you know, I feel like I need to be at my peak performance here.
I feel like from what you've told me, what you're trying to do will take a lot longer than you're planning for. And war is right around the corner. Can I point something out? Isn't your home in the Feywilds?
On the edge. It's
Time still moves differently there.
It is on a Fey crossing. Yes, you are right.
I'll be back soon. And then you can go if you need to. In fact, I'll help. Just keep them alive.
Said I want to bring everyone. I wanted people to see my home.
We can definitely make the trip.
You can do quite a number to a place when you're stuck there for, I think it was 100 years. I can't tell.
We don't even know what we're going to do next.
I'm actually quite worried.
Why?
None of us are soldiers. War needs their soldiers.
Our soldier got himself killed.
sad.
Lux stands up,
Well,
grabs the bag that's been sitting at his side, and Rena comes out wearing her full armor. We have to get going.
stay in contact. Don't get yourself hurt. You tend to, I wouldn't say self-destruct, but you will do a lot to meet your ends.
And I'll do them again if I have to. I'll come back alive, though. He walks out, stepping out of the hole in the wall. As Rena passes you, she kind of looks over at you, Johnny, and just silently, very quietly says, "Remember, he already promised himself he wouldn't let another friend die. You have to imagine what he's going through right now."
Do you know what his plan is? Don't tell me it's to... If it's what I think it is, then I might have a lead on that before he goes out and hurts himself.
We're going to find someone. There's just loose ends that need to be taken care of. It has nothing to do with the present situation, though. He's not stupid enough to go after Mercurius. And neither of us know a way to revive the dead, if that's what you're wondering.
Well, be safe.
She will step out
And
behind
don't let
you.
him drink himself to death.
He couldn't if he wanted to. She steps out as well. Does anyone else do anything before the night ends?
I just get on a tree branch or on the roof or whatever. Ugh. And just look out into the distance.
Asher, what about you?
I can't imagine Asher would do much.
The princess is just kind
I
of
was
sitting
told to meet
next
with the
you.
Candyman.
Yeah.
Oh, outside of maybe checking on the princess.
Well, she's
Yeah.
just sitting next to you, kind of just quietly reading. No one's doing well on this night. Sidri's in his office. The halls don't even have the lanterns lit like usual. That warm, cozy air that usually sits around the hole in the wall is cold, dreary on this night. Everyone leans on each other, and through drinking and numbing of the pain, slowly one by one continue to find the resolve to push on. Though they say goodbye to a friend on this day, they look forward to the future, knowing that if they don't continue to fight, more will fall. What lies next for our heroes? This arc comes to a close and another chapter in the book finally comes to an end. And with a turn of the page, the next arc begins. Chapter 3. It's time for War Arc. Thank you all for tuning in. I love you all, and we'll see you tomorrow.